Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm Wibbert and this is one of my builds. Apparently there's some traffic issues over here and yeah, that looks pretty bad. Where are they all going? Yeah, so it's been a while. I think it's been like at least half a year since my last video, but since my series was a bit more consistent, it was at least a year. Yeah, it's just I didn't really feel. Yeah, the thing is, when I started making these videos, I had some extra free time because I I work 4 days a week now, but I make longer days, so it's 4 times 9 hours. But back then I was still like I don't know what you call it. It's not freelance, it's yeah, I was like a flex worker, I guess is what you'd call it. So yeah, they had some rough times, semi-COVID related, I think. So I ended up losing a day or getting 1 day less, which meant that I had a free day. So I decided to try to use my day in a semi-productive manner and make these videos. But then later on I did get a steady contract and I ended up going back to 4 days a week, which I'm at right now. So I didn't really have that much free time for YouTube because I also just like to play games for fun and not just yeah, have in the back of my mind that I still have to edit stuff and all that kind of stuff. I just move the grid. So yeah, I took a bit of a break and oh, that's the autosave. I think I'm gonna cut out the autosaves, but I might just leave them in because it might derp out the music and the voiceover. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and do some more on this city. It's a bit of a mess, this city, because I didn't anticipate that this mountain would be so steep. I wanted a mountain with like some snow on the top because I thought it would look cool. But then this whole slope is so incredibly steep. If you look at this, it's just a couple of tiles and it's like skyscraper heights of difference. So I'm a bit, I wouldn't say burned out, but I'm definitely not as excited about this map as I used to be. This over here looks super weird, I don't know. Okay, that's just the LOD layering that gets, yeah. The thing about the game is that farther zoom levels, some of the like terrain kind of stuff, I don't know what you'd call that, but the level of detail, that means that it has a different texture for a farther away zoom, but the depth detection becomes more grainy, and as you can see here, that apparently that ends up overriding it. I don't know if that's something that the modder should have thought about or whatever, but I don't know. Yeah, so there's this big area here. That's all, if you look at this slope, that's pretty freaking steep. Yeah, that's gonna be super painful to build on, and this is just gonna stay looking derpy. So I'll say this. This is the last episode on this city. It's not as cool as I thought it might be. I'm gonna do some industry around here and then just call it a city. And then in the next city I want to do a bit of a harbor city where yeah, where I just build a big old chunky harbor. So this is traffic problems because there's like, okay, so it's not all of them going, so this it's the combination of this traffic, which is like 1600 cars and a couple of buses, and here there's like 3000 cars and buses going this direction, and some freight trucks, of course. So yeah, the traffic issues over here are also compounded by the double intersection over there, because intersections reduce the speed of traffic. Yeah, I never really anticipated. Well, it's like the main road connection though, and it goes over that big bridge. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna expect that you remember that bridge. I did like this bend though, and this kind of looks cool. I think I might just have to ignore that. I don't know. Oh, this is like wait, what is this? Is this just normal road? I think. Yeah, so update. I bought a new computer, and I think some of the mods changed a bit. So I think the street yeah, the road stuff, I think I used to have it on European and now it seems to be on American. I'll try to figure that out in between the videos, but I'm not gonna be fumbling about with that right now. This looks a bit weird. Yeah, I'm just not gonna worry about that too much. Let's just do a bit of a build, because it's Whip's builds after all. For the build, I'm just gonna go into, well, since we're at nighttime, let's do a bit of a nighttime shot. I don't know if okay, it's already dawning, so the buildings don't have their lights anymore. I'm just gonna do the daylight. Sorry if that hurts your eyes. The game is paused. Alright, so this area. Let's turn on the grid so we can see what we're working with. So this, I think I want to branch out from this street here, or road. I guess it's a road. And just do a couple of branches that then go into high-tech industry, well, industry at least, because I don't know if it's gonna be high-tech. Yeah, I still remember the trick where you use pet moles in order to like block this elevation stuff from changing when you're building things. And then I'm gonna try, okay. See, that looks pretty derpy. And what if I do something like this? Okay. See, that's a bit smoother. Yeah, so I did have to reinstall all the mods and stuff. I installed the new NAM. I don't know what's new in the new NAM. But I installed it. I think that little kink is, yeah, kink, that little corner. I don't know what you'd call that. It's like a little bit of a speed bump, but not really. I think that's alright. So let's see what we have here. It's like 10 tiles deep. And I think I want to keep some space. There's two ways to go about this. You could touch this thing, but the problem is that this is on a slope, and the lots will create flat surfaces, which will look weird, and if they don't create flat surfaces, then you get like an underlayer of the lot that just goes underneath the building in a weird way. So I think I want to, let's just, I think something like that might be okay. Let's try to keep that from changing too much. I think I want these to be flat though. At least over here. Yeah. Did they change stuff a bit? Alright, in order then to lock that one down, I'll use some pad molds, and then yeah, as you can see, just this little bit of flattening already causes some pretty severe yeah, and I'm gonna assume there's a road in here. I think like that is fine. Maybe you just keep it like this and just go all the way. I mean, it's super close to it, right? The idea I had was that maybe this bit would be a bit lower, but yeah, with how it turned out now, I'm just not gonna care about that idea. I'm sorry if this kind of flattening stuff is boring to you. I can imagine that. I remember like one of the first times that I watched somebody creating like a real highway kinda, because I didn't know how to do that stuff and I just wanted to see how people did that. But yeah, he ended up doing this flattening stuff for half the video. And I just couldn't keep up with that. Well, I could keep up with it, but I felt super bored after just the shortest amount of time. Well, super bored, I don't know. I remember it being boring to me. Don't think you can flatten this one. Oh yeah, okay, it takes the real, because there's this real bit here and it took that one. So I lost the nice slope that I was starting over here. I don't know how I want to do this. Maybe I'll do a road over here that does a zigzag. Okay, let's do a road over here that does a zigzag. Let's assume this is a nice height to work towards. Right? So I'll transfer over this height in this direction. And then I guess I don't know yet. Let's see what happens when I start dragging over here. Okay. Yeah, that's not even close to that, so this height is probably way too high. Let's just start over here. Oh, it's pretty close actually. So if I just do something like this, extend this one further, then okay, one more. Let's see if it's, I think that's pretty good. And then you can just do something like that. See, that's almost There's a little bit of a bend in the vertical bend. Then the idea is, before I derp things out, just keep putting down those pedals to lock things up. Yeah, the idea is to somehow make a loopy there. I don't know if there's like, I'm pretty sure there isn't like a natural way to do that bend. I guess you just do the crummy bend. That's fine. Over here, I think I'll do it. Shoof. Maybe something diagonal. Diagonal would probably be like that. Alright, let's turn this into roads. So let's just do road for now, I think. And then you can make it a very smooth diagonal over there. And let's see how this one works out. Very smooth. Yeah, I kind of like that. This building might have... I think that will be fine. I don't know if these should be streets or roads, but I think industry is fine with just doing roads, in my opinion. So that's like this bit kind of done. I don't know if this makes sense, but I'll just look it up there. Don't know what to do with this over here. Let's think about this bit here. Because, I mean, I guess I'll just do that, because there's no space. There's no space for a double 2x2. I suppose what... Let me just lock this one down like that, I think. Oh yeah, it's the bug that you sometimes don't get your bulldoze button. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you can't do, because this is on the slope, you can't do like a bend, because the bend has to have a flat corner. So that won't work. Okay. Yeah, and everything here is on the slope, so unless... No, I think these slopings were super tight already, so I don't really feel like trying too much over there. I'll just make it like this. Maybe I'll put a house or something in here. Yeah, that might be alright. It's a long road though, so maybe I'll try to make a connection over here as well. That might make sense. I think those are pet moles. Let's just check. Oh, these are shops? Yeah, they're shops. That's kind of funny. I probably used those in order to transfer the power around. If you look at power. Yeah, you can use these small little lots as like a makeshift power line. You don't even need to connect them to a road, but then they won't grow, of course. Alright, next area. So I guess I'll just do this. And I think I'll just keep this height then. What did this destroy? Oh, I guess it must have been a tree. I don't know if I like that. I think if I use a pedmal here, and then I can take that height. Because it went up a bit too much. Oh. Sometimes when you drag it a bit too enthusiastically. Oh yeah, that makes sense because the pedal was blocking this, it was blocking this slight incline over there. Which means you can't put a flat road there or street. This is not the most efficient way of doing the flattening, but whatever. Efficiency. Yeah, so I was thinking of doing the road over here, but I kind of like this double. Yeah, I don't know what you'd call it, the double spacing over there, making the slope. Let's turn off the grid and check this out. I mean, I think that looks pretty cool. A little bit of a white dotty kind of thing there. But then maybe I could just connect over here. Let's see what the slopes over here are. Okay. I think this connects to that pretty easily. So then the challenge becomes, what does this do? Yeah, so I'm using, because you've seen me have some crashing issues in the past, I'm using a autosave now in order to reduce it. It's not going to stop me from crashing probably, but it's supposed to reduce the amount of double work that I end up getting by the autosave. Okay, so over here it's a bit flat, so what I'll do is make it flat and put a pedal on the side, and then use the rail stuff to try and make it smooth, if it can even do that. I think that's pretty smooth. For some reason it doesn't really want to do that corner. And you might think, why are you building those rails, dude? Aren't you like making roads over here? And yeah, that's a good question. The rails have different parameters for how steep they want to go, and as you can see here, this road is just capable of doing all kinds of weird angles and stuff. And I like my roads to be a bit more realistic and smooth. Over there might be a bit weird. I mean, I'm not going to be super duper difficult about it, but I do like it. I think you can do like a... Wasn't that like a thing? I don't remember. There was like a 2x2 bend. Maybe you need to do a diagonal? Let's just lock that one. I'm being a bit paranoid about that. I'm pretty sure you don't need to do that as often as I'm doing it. But yeah, so in order to continue the slope that we have here. I want to build a bit of rail starting over there, and then look at that smooth slope. Alright. Maybe that's just how you do it? Oh, that's pretty smooth. Oh, it did flatten all the way up to here. Okay, that's fine. But that does mean I kind of want the rails to then make that smooth. Okay. Let's just see how it looks when I drag all the way over here. Okay. Don't really like that. It's really resisting the change in going from flat to having an incline. Alright, I'm just gonna lock these down. Let's see how far down we can go. Maybe I'll just make it up till there. Okay. Yeah, so going up and down, so it's the change in incline that might need some tweaking. I do remember maybe having a similar thing for this. Yeah, this is the real highway one. I believe I'm not actually sure if I installed that mod, but the real highway also has a different kind of slope handler than the streets and the roads. I think that's how it went. Yeah, so that looks pretty smooth. It's a bit of a steep hill over there. Maybe not suited for heavy trucks, I don't know. I'm not a trucker. I do work with truckers a bit. I mean, I help them by getting them the packages that they're shipping, but it's not a high-tech job, but it's a job. Sometimes you just gotta do a job, you know? So let's over here just do some, I use control to make one zone out of it. It's not really super locked or anything. It's just, I mean, I think a couple of shops over there and there might make sense. They might help connect the power lines. Let's look at the power. The power is over here. Yeah, so it's all connected now. Let's look at the water. Okay, I prepared the water. Not out of video, but I guess I did that in a past video. This looks okay to me. I mean, I also want to do something over here. And I'm sorry, I had to cough for a bit. So over here, I came back after, I think I designed this bit with the idea of looking at it from here. And it looks pretty cool here, but if you then rotate around, then yeah. So this needs some work because the landscaping is just super derped. I don't know yet exactly what I'm gonna do with that. It feels weird to just stop it like that. Maybe I'll just... Maybe I'll try to do a roundabout. Which means I probably want to lock this down. Alright, let's at least try to get that going. I think what I'm thinking of is this one. Was it? Nah, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it is this one and then you... Oh wait. It's this one. And then you drag this like that. That's the one I'm thinking about. And I do know... Because if you go into puzzle pieces, I think it will stop to go around. Yeah. So there's this one. Oh, it's not rotate. It's not R to rotate. Yeah. It was home and end. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I don't know how to... Okay. Huh. But that's a completely different band here. Maybe I just reverse this to streets, like from there. But I don't know how to do that S band. Or I could just do like a... Save. No. I think I'll just do this, I guess. Yeah, this looks kind of cool, right? Okay. I'll just do that, whatever. And then over here, just do that. And use this one to... I don't know. Okay. Maybe you wanna start lowering it from there already. Like go down to that level? Is that a thing that you can do? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna explain every click that I make here, of course. That's just... Okay, it's not really going down. I think that's because this area was too high still. Yeah, so now it's going down. I just need to set the target on the other side here. Don't know how that's... Okay, yeah. So now we have a target here. Then we use this to lock the angles. And... yeah. Okay, that works. Now I need to keep in mind that the one I used here wasn't a normal road, but like a highway kind of road. So I then replace it with the normal road. I don't know if it's functionally different. I think it might be. I'll just keep this. Yeah, shift 1 to go to the lowest one, and then okay. So as you can see, I'm clicking in the middle of the thing, but it's just changing the corner on the top. And I'm just doing very short clicks. I think I want that to be a bit, and you can look at these lines, and I mean, you can make your own inference about what you want to see from those lines. Okay. Yeah, that's why you use pad mols to lock the angles, because else you lose out. I think I'm kind of fine with this. Maybe it makes sense to have a bit of a shop here. I'll just do one over there. Let's turn off the grid. Looks pretty cool to me. And my hope was that I'd create some nice jobs here, and that these people would then come and work there. In order to create nice jobs, by the way, I think it's handy to have some parks. Oh, this is a bunch of... Ooh, I haven't used parks in a while in this city, huh? Alright, I'll just let that be for now. I'll try to clean this up and start some industry around here, I think. In order to do that, I need to use... Do I really want to do that right now? I think I'll just do some industry around here and then call it a day. I know I said it's gonna be the last video. It's probably gonna be the last video. I mean, this series isn't meant to be a complete story from A to City. It's just supposed to be a series where I share my ideas and yeah, just show my methods. It started off with me just yeah, wanting to show you some of the methods on how I make some of these river embankments and stuff. I mean, and stuff, that's not really a good way of describing things, but well, I made some Reddit posts and people were interested in how I got to the points. I think I'll just keep it like that, maybe. That's two intersections close to each other, so rather than that I do that. But now this got derped. Can I? Yeah. I guess this might look weird, but I've seen this in real life, so I don't care if you think it's weird. Well, I do care, but maybe I don't care. Let's see how this grows. Maybe there's some shops over there. I think that's fine. I don't know. I think it makes sense because you don't want to connect a second time onto the big road, so you make like a bit of a detour over there, and you have like maybe some building that wants to build over there. This bit would need some cleaning up. I'll do that while we are waiting for stuff to grow. I don't know I haven't really checked up on the state of the city too much. So there might be some problems popping up. I'm just doing some random clicking. I haven't really thought about what I want to achieve here. And you really, if you're using the shift 1 technique like I'm using, you really just want to do single clicks, because if you hold it down it just goes nuts. I don't really want to demonstrate that right now, not because it costs my city too much money, but I just don't feel like derping my stuff out. There's already cars honking around here. This road just got built and there's already angry people on it. Let's try something like that maybe, and maybe. Alright, and then we have this corner here. Okay, so I did lose some of the props. I didn't know it would work like that. I mean, I'm okay with keeping some cliff, but what we have there right now, okay. I think what I'll do here... I don't know how you'd secure that, because if you put padmos on those sides, that's how you secure this this road. But it also means you can't terraform those. So I think what I'll end up doing is just rebuilding it every time. I'm just gonna keep doing this a bit. Oh. Yeah, that was the wrong one I clicked. So it's okay for me to have a cliff over there. At least I think so. But, yeah. I think that looks a bit better. I'm just gonna shift 1. Did not work. I think it's auto-saving. Maybe. Okay, I clicked the wrong button. Yeah, that one. This is like a corner for that pond thing. I think this is actually a bit too steep. Alright, that looks a bit more normal. In my opinion, I don't know. I don't know though what normal is really. I just tried to remove all these crazy sharp shapes that would have eroded away over the years. And over here, I don't know. I changed the camera view, but I have no idea. I think I was looking at this bit. Okay, it's changing those corners. I'm just trying to smooth this out a bit. I think that's pretty smooth already, and I mean, a bit of random shaping stuff is fine. And just the general idea of how you'd use that is clear, I think. I went from something that looked like this to something that looks like this. And if you turn off the grid, then it doesn't look weird anymore, right? Maybe it looks weird from other angles. It doesn't really look that weird. I mean, I suppose it would be weird that you'd have water in here and then, I mean, in real life the water would just... But let's not go into hydrodynamics too much. It's not a hydrodynamics class here, it's just a game. Yeah, while we wait for some buildings, I'm not sure if there's gonna be buildings growing here. I should probably scroll, but I'm a bit scared of the scroll wheel because I've had some crashes when zooming out by accidental mouse movements when scrolling through a menu like this. Okay, I think this one was it. Pretty sure it was that one. Yeah, it's just not flat enough anymore. Okay, let's remove that one. And I'm just gonna have to redo some of this stuff and make this flat. Okay, let's make it flat like, fudge. Can I make it flat like that? Oh, this was on an incline. Yeah, I think I remember using rails over here. I wonder how this works. I guess I have to remove that as well. And it's gonna be something like that, I guess. Let's just see if I can make this work. And then inner corner. Not R, it's gonna be this one. I can't tell if it's working. And sometimes you just can't tell if it's working because you have to like rotate for it to redraw itself a bit. It looks alright. I think I'm gonna be satisfied with that. I don't really wanna spend too much time working on frivolous stuff like that. Oh yeah, there's all these kind of things. I just don't think they look that great because they don't work with the shadows. And is this the ones? No. It's probably... Wait, these look like flat rocks. I did have some flat rocks. Sorry for that S. Don't know how that's gonna... Okay, here, flat rocks. Yeah, I guess the idea is to just keep clicking until it doesn't look very glitchy anymore. Maybe put some plants in here. I should probably clean up this menu or find a way to improve it. Let's put some feather grass around here. I don't know. Maybe in the water a bit. I don't know. Has anything grown? Yes. Wow. This looks interesting. Tubing facility. You're not kidding. Alright. I don't know if anything's gonna grow in that other thing. Let's just speed it up a bit. Wait like a year or so. If it doesn't grow, it doesn't grow. And I ended up doing this because of the high-tech amount over there. It might be because I also looked at the desirability. No, that's decent desirability for high-tech over there. There's also something is causing it to not want to be around here. I don't really know what that is. Is it traffic noise? No, that should only be a thing there. What a weird map, huh? What a weird... Now, well, the map is also pretty weird, but the city layout It's let's say it's creative. As long as I just have the road limit as my only red notification, I think that's fine. Do they not have water maybe? Aha! Let's hope that that does the trick. Okay, yes. Yeah, so that's kind of when you don't really flatten things out, you get these lovely little bricks. I think they look alright. Yeah. I've plenty of sound offices. I think they look alright in the right context, but this is not really where it would look alright. It just looks weird, and especially if you do that right next to the rails. So that's why I'm doing this extra effort in flattening stuff out. And I guess this is just a demonstration of the alternative way. And I suppose the best way is to just not make such a crazy map and just leave your stuff a bit more flat in general. So there's more office demand. Oh, look at this. There's also some more houses spawning. Alright. I'm gonna go to day night cycle and just leave it at that for now. And leave it as... I guess I'll leave it like here. Let's just see the sunrise. I want to thank you all for watching. Yeah. I'll try to do another one next week, but no promises. Goodbye.